One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The run to the left. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the air, it's Berry. And it's incomplete on third down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
Big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Using his feet to buy time. Snagged in the middle. It's high. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
They go to the ground, and he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Back to throw, it's Raiola. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Cornhuskers send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. The Florida State offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands, and it makes me think back to old great Seminole running backs like Warwick Dunn, Travis Minor, a guy that I used to play against. How about Dalvin Cook even? Just guys that could make the first guy miss, and then they were able to just explode and burst and take it the distance. This guy right here, he is a unique talent.
Wants to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Finds his man. It's Webster. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's McCoy. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make movement change impossible. To the ground to try to move the chains. Got the first down and still on his feet.
Well, this offense didn't get off to the start they wanted, going 3 and out of the gate. But on the second drive, they're doing much better. They're finding a rhythm, and I think a big part of that is establishing the running game. And a really nice job on that last one, picking up the first down.
Give to the running back. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to the well. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Back to pass, it's Sperry. Fires left. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
And, man, this one getting off to a slow start, trying to get some points on the board, and the dreaded doink. And listen, points at a premium right now because nobody scored. But, man, that was inches away from being really good. We're still tied 0-0.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Takes the handoff. It's high. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
That's a great-looking run there. Nebraska has had such a great lineage at running back. When you think back to the great Roger Craig or Amon Green, Lawrence Phillips, or Rex Burkhead, they always seem to be pumping somebody up into the NFL. This guy has a chance to play on Sunday because of his skills.
To the air on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Dropping back, it's Raiola. Quickly complete. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Bargava. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quick.
Breaks into the open. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield until the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
This is an offense that prides himself on being physical, so you need 1 yard. Just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
And the Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Snap it to the back. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Tight end now in motion. Using his legs, it's Tucker. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They try to pop a run on the draw. Really nice run. Rips off 6 on the play, but it brings up a 4th and 2.
7-yard line. 4th down coming up.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. He splits the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. OHIO. Ohio State is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout to remember. They're up 14 over Alabama. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires on the move. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's second down.
I tell you, you got to have great timing on these out routes. The QB and receiver had that. Quarterback put it right out in front of him. Receivers just got to be able to make the play.
The give to the back. Got enough for the first down. At the 40, there he goes. Racing down the left side. 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown Seminoles. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Release to the back. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
So now it's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's got it down the left side. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
I like it backed up towards the end zone and you go aggressive and spin the football, try to make the big play, and do they ever. 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space? I'll take 6.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score coming on a scintillating 92-yard pass for the score. from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic that they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Little touch pass to the receiver. Find some fresh air. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Sperry. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Husker! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Time to take a shot. Finds a spot in the middle. They get him down on the play, and this big-armed sophomore's not afraid to show off the gun.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. Looking for a man. It's Sperry. Rushes on him. Pulls it in. It's McCoy. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Gonna take a shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Spits it out to the back. Another incompletion on third down.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
And the Noles will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Way back in his own territory as he hauls it in. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Raiola. He'll take the deep shot. Snatches it on the right. Oh, he's got some space. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And right down the middle. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see what he can do with the return. He'll bring it out. It's Webster. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, it's Berry. Got it set up on the outside. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Seminoles will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
The Cornhuskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Sticks it in his belly. Runs through the tackle. The Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. chucked it away just as he was hit. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. And the Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Here's the pressure. Catch in the middle, it's Hawkins. There he goes. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. The Seminoles want to crank the tempo. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They bring him down, but not only does he recover. Fumble, he gets the first down.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on, and his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, first down. Wants to go up top on first down. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, no. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. He'll start the return inside his spot. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. The short hand, it's Bargava. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They're going back to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Dropping back, it's Raiola. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game, as we're starting to get late.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Might have led him a little too far. He's able to make the catch, but can't get the feet down in bounds.
And Listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Uncorks one. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
That one will find its way out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. Makes the grab, and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Finds the tight end.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
The Cornhuskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down. Deep shot for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Grabbed in the middle, it's Webster. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Webster. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only 1 play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So that they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking for space. It's Pringle. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
On third down, he drops to throw. Finds his man. It's Sampson. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game.
Man, you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that fourth down. Now, obviously, the game's looking like it might get out of hand.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Leaves it with the running back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Second down coming up. Rides to the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get them on the ground quickly.
The Huskers will punt it away on fourth down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Nebraska.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll run for it. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead. Multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good, late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop you. I like it. Offense, doing what they do. Forget you, defense. Get a stop. That's your job, and you did it.
Looking to throw, it's Berry. Here's a heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
That's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
The Seminoles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Wants to go up top. Wide open downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. Makes the catch, and he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Calls his own number, and he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Miami is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that may get its own 30 for 30 after this one. They're up by 21 over Ole Miss. That's where things stand right now. And, of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that. But the defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. Decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Got it in the middle. It's Bargava. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. This third down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Looking downfield, it's Rayola. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Huskers will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes the grab close to the logo. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
I think that's the hardest part about coaching 18 to 22-year-olds, David, is complacency is something you're always trying to fight. They were the higher-ranked team coming into this game. Looked like they were just, kind of cruising through early, had some miscues, but they fought their way back, and now they have the lead.
And they definitely were sleepwalking. And they knew they were the better team, but they dug themselves a huge hole. I love the response. They got punched right in the mouth, but they didn't quit, and they didn't pout, they didn't sulk, and they responded really well. They got on a heater, man, and they took the lead in this ball game.
He'll bring it out. It's Bell. He's got great speed. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. wants to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Cornhuskers in a good spot here with second and short. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to throw. It's Raiola. Looking left. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is what can happen at times. You get the snowball effect. Everything going their way in the first half. Big lead going into halftime. But it's mistake after mistake on both sides of the ball. And that interception, David, compounds the problem.
And this defense has completely changed at the half. How about it, man? They've come out aggressive now, forcing a turnover. All the momentum on their side, and the offense gets the ball back.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. To the ground with the back. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
They can pick up a yard here on second down. That might put this one in the books. On the ground, it's Pringle. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Really nice job by the running back here in the fourth quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot late in the game. They need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.